But here we get back to basics. We get back to that kind of delightful, not camp exactly, but that kind of homeliness. That not homeliness,
Yeah.
but that you know what I'm talking about. That kind of
A lot of the iconography is revisited,
yeah.
especially in the ending.
Exactly, but I like the fact that the iconography is redone in a more modernist way. Like it's a lot more like we love the '60s. Everyone likes the '60s, but I love it when cool.
I don't.
Well, whatever. Well, I like it when cool things are made to look cool now. You know, you have things that kind of try to reinvent or breathe more life into a certain thing, and it just kind of fails because they focus on the wrong things. But Skyfall, I think it focused on the right aspects of, Bond that made it, universally, fantastic through the ages. And they kind of just said, here's 2000 and whatever's Bond. And it's not really specific to that year, but it says something of the time, definitely. And
I'm glad you bring that up, because Skyfall's whole thematic undertone is trying to defend James Bond and try to make him to defend his relevance in the modern age. That's what the whole movie is about, and it does that. And it's not the first time that's had to been done with James Bond. That's what GoldenEye is all about as well. But this one, it's way more prevalent, and they go into a lot more depth with it. With GoldenEye, it's just kind of a surface thing of like, oh, we can't use the Russians anymore, so we'll have to come up with something else. But with this, they go into a lot more detail.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, GoldenEye is apologist, and it doesn't try to redefine Bond for modern age as much as it says, okay, we can't do this anymore, what's something we can do? And in this, it's a James Bond that, James Bond comes from a time of imperialism, James Bond's a misogynist, James Bond is altogether not a likable person in the 2000s.
Sometimes
but here's
just
why we
gotta slap a woman.
If a woman gets out of line, you should, give her a hit with an open palm, not a closed palm. You don't want to be an asshole.
Smack a bitch around. Smack a bitch around.
All I'm saying is sometimes you just gotta hit a bitch. Don't use your ring hand.
Keep your pimp hand strong, son.
Okay, Steve, continue. I'm sorry.
No, that's all I was really going to say is James Bond's not a likable person, but here's why we like him anyway. That's kind of the crux of what they want to do with him here.